Hello viewers, I have come today to show you another wonder of investing regularly in mutual funds through SIP. Mere 20,000 per month, investment through SIP can make you financially free in the long run. Are you looking to invest in mutual funds but not sure where to start? Today I'll be analyzing one of the most shouted after mutual fund of Motilal Oswal AMC, which is Motilal Oswal Midcap Fund. One of the most talked about mutual fund scheme in 2025. We will break down its performance, portfolio, risk, and whether it's right for you. So let's get started. So first of all, what is Motilal Oswal's Midcap Fund all about? First, let's quickly understand what is this fund. The scheme is managed by Motilal Oswal AMC and it falls under equity midcap category. So it invests most of its funds into the mid-cap company, so mid-capitalization category of the markets. This scheme is popular because of its long history. It's more than 11.5 years this fund has been run by experienced mutual fund managers and the best performer in this category since inception. Now, coming to the scheme objective, the investment objective of this scheme is to achieve long-term capital appreciation by investing in quality mid-cap companies, having long-term competitive advantages and potential for growth. However, there can be no assurance or guarantee that the investment objective of the scheme would be achieved. As we know, there are standard disclaimer that past performance cannot be guaranteed for future performance. Now, let's see the key details and statistics of these funds. As of July 2025, the category of this fund is mid-cap and the benchmark, it tracks Nifty Mid-Cap 150 TRI performance. The fund was started on 3rd of February 2014 and asset under management for this particular fund is 33,609 crores. The current NAV as on July was 115 rupees. Risk level, it's very high risk. We all understand the equity funds, particularly small cap, mid caps, are very high in risk. So this is also categorized as very high risk investments. Expense ratio, if we invest in this fund directly, then it's 0.7% of the AUM, and for the regular fund, it's 1.56%. Exit load, it does have an exit load of 1% if redeemed on or before 365 days from the date of allotment of the units to you. Fund manager, all experienced fund manager from Motilal Oswal AMC, Niket Shah, Rakesh Shetty and Ajay Khandelwal. So this is a matured, well performed and well managed fund by experienced fund manager. Last metric is for the valuation of this fund. If you see P or PB, the price to book or price to earning ratios, both are expensive relative to the index itself. However, price to sales ratio is likely the category and the benchmark. Fund has performed very well in the past couple of years. Thus, it looks little expensive when you look at the price multiples because the demands were high lately. Now let's have a look at the portfolio and holding, how it is, how the fund has done the asset allocation, etc. Here's the portfolio breakdown of this fund for last quarter. So top 10 holding, as you can see, couple of companies in the top 10 listing. Sector allocation, you can see financial 32%, IT 18%, and so on. This allocation influences risk and growth potential, as we know. Now going to risk analysis, so definitely we should first analyze the risk. So in the risk level, it's very, very high in terms of the kind of the underlying risk of this particular fund, because the investments are majorly into the mid-cap companies. So it's we consider that as a risky investment. And then of course, in terms of market volatility, interest rate risk, we all need to consider all these things, and sector concentration, right? So how much you are diversified. So from that level, that point of view, this fund is very well diversified and risk is managed good so far. Now, who should invest in this fund? This fund is suitable for aggressive and of course a long-term investor with a time horizon of minimum 5 years. Investors who wants to make serious amount of money and create a long-term wealth should invest in this. And it's definitely not ideal for short-term investors or those seeking guaranteed return in a short period of time. Now let's look at the historical return of this fund. So as you see in this particular slide, so 1 year trailing return was 3.61%. We know all mid cap and small cap funds underperformed benchmark last year. So this is evident even for this particular fund. Now 3 years return, if you see the compounded annual growth rate 28.6%, 5 years 34.95% CAGR, 10 years 18.37%, and since inception 2014 23.72% CAGR, which is a staggering number in my view. And benchmark, if you see Nifty TRI, its 5 year was 17.2%, and since inception 17%. So in a wide margin it has outperformed the benchmark. Now this is the most interesting part of this particular video in my view. So let's see this illustration, SIP illustration. How much, this is for your illustration purpose only, as we know. Remember, past performance does not guarantee any future return. This is only an indicative to how much we can achieve by investing a certain amount of money every month. This is only for an idea how much we can fund, how much the return can be in a long run. Only 20% CAGR, we considered 20% for this illustration, not 23%. For last 11 years. See the power of compounding in equity here. In long run, 20,000 rupees SIP per month can become a staggering sum. In 10 years, you can see it becomes 69 lakhs. In 15 years though, it gives you 1.9 crores considering 20% CAGR. And in 20 years, 5 crores, and in 30 years, I know it cannot be, it's not imaginable. In 30 years it becomes 31 crores. That is the power of long-term investing and power of compounding. I hope you understood the math behind this calculation and the magic of long-term compounding. So this is how it is. So this is definitely not a recommendation. This was just I just try to bring in the fact and certain figures around this particular fund, how it performed and what it could do in the long run, even in future. So I hope you understood the math, right? And don't take this as a recommendation. This is not a recommendation at all. This is just to illustrate and demonstrate how equity mutual fund in long run can do wonders to your portfolio and overall wealth creation journey. So now, what do you think about this fund? Are you already invested in it? Drop your experience or questions in the comment below. Like this video if you found it useful, share with your friend and subscribe for more mutual fund analysis on this particular channel. Thank you so much. See you soon.